Okay. So welcome to class. This will be a great recording to, if you had a long weekend or maybe have taken a couple days off or away from yoga, this will be a really nice class to kind of bring you back onto your mat, into your body. And I was doing a little bit of reading before this, and I really liked this idea of deep-rooted stability and at the same time open-hearted freedom. So we'll be bringing that into today's practice, but also this idea of grounding the body, stabilizing the core, and then using that solid base to be able to elongate the spine and be able to move the spine in all directions. So we'll start by grounding, do a little core work, and then twisting with the spine. So go ahead and find a nice tall seat, close the eyes. And of course, we'll bring our breath into this practice as well. So start with just a big breath in through the nose. And maybe sigh it out the mouth. And then you can keep the mouth closed. Take a few full deep breaths. And allow your breath to just bring you into this moment, into your body. We can feel this deep-rooted stability from our sit bones. In this seated position, we can feel them rooting down into the mat, into the earth. At the same time, we can grow tall and lengthen through the spine and have this open-hearted freedom through our chest as we relax the shoulders, open the collarbone, and lengthen the top of the head up. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And keep that length. You can slowly open the eyes. We'll float the arms up overhead from this seated position. Maybe look up for a little bit more length. And then exhale, drop your right hand down. We'll stretch up and over with the left arm and breathe into the side ribs. Using the breath to help stretch the rib cage. The inhale, float the arms back overhead, look up. Exhale, switch to the other side. You can continue to feel grounded as you stretch up and over. And allow yourself to enjoy the stretch. This practice will be just an invitation to return back to feeling good in the body. And inhale, reach the arms up again. And then interlace your fingertips. We'll press the palms away. Act like you're pressing the arms up to the ceiling. Maybe a little back bend as you open the chest. And then exhale, bring your arms out in front of you. You'll curl the spine, tuck the chin into a C shape. Inhale, lengthen the spine back up, look up, open. Exhale, reach out in front, curl. One more time, pressing up. And curling down. Now keep that curl, bring your hands to your thighs, to your knees, and we'll do this breath that's called bellows breath. So on the inhale, you open. Exhale, empty all the way out and curl again. And we'll do about 9 more rounds of that breath. just like a bellow, filling up, emptying out. A little forceful, but nothing too crazy. Just helping use that full capacity of breath. 3 more. And then inhale, curl the spine back up to that tall seat. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's move our base into a tabletop position on our hands and knees. So our base here, our stabilizing is through the hands and through the knees. And then we can find that freedom through our spine in cat-cow. Inhale, open. Drop the belly. Exhale, curl. Empty the air out. And continue with the breath. Using the abdominal muscles to help pull the belly in and to stretch the belly long. We'll do one more round. And then back to a neutral spine. Focus on the sacrum and the tailbone. So don't worry about your shoulders as much this time. You're just going to try to circle the sacrum and the tailbone in one direction. You can feel your hips move in a circular motion. And we're just giving some space here for the low back and the pelvis. Which will help us in our alignment later in our practice. And switch directions. And notice where you feel the stretch as you circle. And then come back again to that neutral pelvis. Bring your palms up a little bit on your mat. We're going to step our feet back for a plank pose. And just find a nice long line with the body, pressing the mat away. Top of the head reaches forward and the heels press back. Squeeze your kneecaps to engage the quads and then pull the belly up towards the spine. Good. Here for 5, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to press up for a down dog. Press the heels back and forth as you stretch the calves and hamstrings. You can bend the knees side to side. And then once you get settled into your down dog, get a little bit stronger. So your base here again is through your feet and your hands. And we'll find length through the spine, through the hamstrings. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Keep working here. Creating that V shape with the body. Should feel like a really nice full body stretch. Then start to look up to your hands. We'll walk the feet forward. Grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. And continue with those long, slow, deep breaths. Those deep breaths are going to help your nervous system shift from stress to relaxation and give you that sense of relief that you may be looking for. Come back to center. On the inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulders back as you press your hands into the shins and continue to pull your belly up and in. Deep inhale, exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Grab behind your calves this time with your hands and let your head hang heavy. Shake your head, yes, no, side to side. And that heavy head will help release the neck. And maybe you can even add a few neck rolls, shoulder rolls, shoulder rolls, squeezing up, back, and down. Just getting the shoulder blades to move. And then we'll bend the knees, slowly curl up to standing. Reach the arms up. So you're in a full body stretch. And this is mountain pose, and this is the pose that really all of our other poses come from. So we can feel that stability through our feet and our legs, and then length through the spine, through the arms. So draw your abs in. We'll take a big inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest and look up. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale. And exhale. Good, reach just the left arm up. Right arm goes down the thigh and we'll stretch over to the right side. And then bend your left knee here as you stretch to the right, and we'll give you a little bit deeper stretch into your side body. Good. Press back to center, both legs straight, move into your cactus. And then exhale, we'll switch right arm up, left arm down the thigh. So notice what it feels like with straight legs. And then bend that right knee, and it can give you a little bit more stretch through the right hip up into the belly. So pull yourself back to that cactus, back to center. And then inhale, reach really long, create a long line from your fingertips all the way down your body. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Feel this nice forward fold stretch for the backs of the legs. And inhale, lengthen the spine again, halfway up. And exhale, we're gonna step back for our plank pose again. Now this time we'll add a few rocks with our feet. So using the balls of your feet, your toes, you're gonna rock forward and back without lifting the hips. So continue to keep that long line. 3, 2, rock forward, lower the knees, then lower the chest, and then you can lower the hips. Untuck your toes, hands are right under the shoulders. We'll lift the chest, press the pubic bone down for cobra. Exhale, relax. 3 more times with your breath. Focus on your upper back. Again, feeling that open-hearted freedom. While at the same time in cobra, you can hold your last cobra pose. So lift your chest and feel how you're really stable here through your pelvis, your pubic bone, lengthening through the backs of the legs, the tops of the feet, your hands. but then you're open through the chest, the throat, the belly. And then exhale, release your cobra. Press back for a child's pose, knees wide, toes touching. Send your hips all the way back. Lower the forehead down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then look forward. We're going to do some of those wave-like motions with the spine again with a moving cat-cow. Inhale, come up, drop the belly. Exhale, scoop and round back. So when you come up, you're kind of clawing with your the pads of your hands. And then as you curl back, you're using the fingertips. So in all of these poses, we can feel that stability, but we can also feel that free-flowing movement. We'll do one more round. Inhale, pull up, tuck your toes under, and come right up to your downward facing dog. And take a deep inhale, deep exhale. Let's move the big toes together. We'll lift the right leg high for three-legged dog split stretch. And press the left heel down. Couple breaths for that left hamstring, left calf. And then exhale, try to step your right foot in between your hands. Come up to your fingertips, or if you have blocks at home, you could use blocks. And we'll just pulse the hips up and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. One more time. We'll hold the low lunge. Keep your left hand down. We'll reach the right arm up for twists. Good. Try to stack your shoulders. Pull the right hip towards the back of the mat. And take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Go, release this side. Step your left foot forward to meet the right, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, curl and rise up to standing, reach the arms. Exhale, cactus arms, open chest. We'll do that 2 more times. Feeling the heart open. And then inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist this time with your right hand. We'll stretch over to the right side and let the hips shift to the left. Inhale, exhale. And back to center, we'll just switch our wrists. Exhale, flow to the left. So make sure you're engaging your abs here and staying long on both sides of the body. Staying rooted through the feet. And back to center, long mountain pose, draw the abs in. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you can feel belly on the thighs this time. You can bend and straighten the knees if you need to. And then inhale, halfway lift, find that length. Exhale, step back for your plank pose. Good. Holding here. So we're going to stay strong through our shoulders. Turn our toes, our feet to the right so you feel a little oblique action. Through the abs, pull back up to center. Toes to the left, turn on the feet. Pull back to center. A couple more times. Feel this nice rotation through the core. Last one. Lower to the knees, inhale. Exhale all the way down to the belly. And this time we're gonna interlace fingertips behind the back. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, everything lifts. Arms, chest, legs, lift up. Exhale, relax. 3 more times. Moving with the breath. On the last one, we'll hold at the top and reconnect to that stability. So our stability here is in the core. Abs are pressing down. And then our freedom is through the chest. And then release. Hands back under the shoulders. Press back for your child's pose. Take a nice stretch for your low back and hips. And feel that nice sense of relief. And stay grounded, stable through your lower body. We'll reach arms over to the right and drop the head in between the biceps. So you want to feel this stretch through your left side. Into your lat and your armpit, through your rib cage, intercostal muscles, all the way down to your left hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk hands over to the left. And you can even imagine shifting your hips and your weight in the lower body to the right to give you a little bit deeper stretch, more freedom on that right side. And we'll breathe in and breathe out. Come back to center. Take your time to transition to downward facing dog. Now in this down dog, really feel your heels press down as you lift your tailbone and your sits bones up. Chest back towards your thighs without letting yourself dump into your armpits. So you still want to stay strong in your core and in your back body. We'll move the feet together. Lift the left leg high. For 3-legged dog split stretch, take a couple breaths. Work on getting length in your split. And then next exhale, you can step the left foot through in between your hands. Help it out if you need to. Pulse the hips up and down. You can grab your blocks if you need. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Then hold your low lunge. Keep your right hand planted. We'll reach the left arm up. Should feel a nice stretch in your left hip, outer glute. And continue to press the mat away through your right arm. Last breath, release the left hand. Step your right foot forward to meet the left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, relax. And slowly rise up to standing, reach the arms. Exhale, we'll bring hands into the heart. And pause here for a couple breaths. Notice how you feel. Starting to embody that stabilization, but also that feeling of being more open and free. Take another big breath, and then we'll move into chair pose. Reach the arms. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Sit back in your chair. Your feet can be hip width distance, or you can move the big toes together and squeeze the knees. So that can give you a little bit more activation in your glutes, which I have found it's really important to get our glutes to actually fire. A lot of the times our glutes is being lazy, even though it's the biggest muscle. So exhale, airplane the arms back. Try to keep your glutes activated, and this should really help. So we're gonna shift weight into our left foot and just lift our right foot up. Try to keep your knees touching or at the same level if they're separated. And you can even add a little bounce in that left leg to get your left glute to fire. Feel that strength. 3, 2, 1. Place your right foot down. So get grounded through the right leg, through the right foot, lift the left. And then pulse. This is also really great for your knees. Stabilize the knee joint. And you may feel weaker on one side than the other. It's just nice to know. We'll place the left foot down and then pulse our hips with both feet. Feel your glutes fire now. Good, now sit nice and low, reach the arms back up. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Find that long halfway lift, lengthen. And then we'll step right foot back for warrior one, plant the heel. Reach the arms. And pull your abs in. So warrior one is a really nice pose to feel that solid base through both legs, both feet. But then a lot of times we can look up and open up through the chest, the arms. Come back to your cactus arms. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're gonna add eagle arms. So wrap the right arm underneath the left, reach up, look up, exhale, bow forward. And maybe you can go on the inside of the left leg like we usually do. Left shoulder can touch towards the left knee. And then we'll add a few flows. So inhale, lift up, exhale, lower. 2 more times. Breathing with the movement. Good, now keep bowing forward, but airplane the arms back again. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, hands down top of the mat. Shift that left foot to center if you need to. We're gonna lift the right leg back behind us. And hold here for a couple breaths for that left hamstring. Now don't feel like you have to lock this left knee out. You can have a little bend here, especially if you feel tight. And maybe to check in with your hips, you could lift that right hand to your low back and check if your low back feels flat. If it feels flat, you're doing a good job. If it feels a little uneven, then you can lower that right hip down. Then we'll step to the top of the mat, fold forward, relax. Curl the spine up, reach the arms. Exhale to heart center and pause. So just take a couple breaths. Part of feeling grounded again is taking time to just notice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back into chair pose. And we'll add twist this time. Option to bring hands to heart center. We'll twist to the right first, so left elbow over, twist in prayer, or you can do a different variation if that feels better for you. We'll be getting the spine to move in all of its directions today. Forward, back, side to side, and twisting left to right. Come back to center and switch sides. Now, when you twist, do check in with your knees. Make sure your knees stay even. If your knees are even, that means your hips are even. So release the side, straighten the legs, fold forward, relax. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps back for warrior one on the other side. So we're getting grounded through the feet first, and then rising up from there. And once you stand, you may have to make some little adjustments to maybe get a little deeper, to pull the belly in. And then cactus the arms. And then we'll do eagle for the other side, left elbow under the right. If you can't reach here, you could always do a bear hug around the shoulders. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Right shoulder might touch towards the right knee. We'll inhale, come back up. Exhale, bow. Inhale up. Exhale, bow. Now stay forward, release the arms, airplane them back. Then hands down to the top of your mat or to your blocks. Move your right foot to center, and then lift your left leg for standing split. Breathe into your right hamstring. Get length in your spine, so look a little forward. And then again, you want a flat back. So maybe you can bring that left hand up to your low back, make sure it's flat. Place it back down. And then release, left foot meets the right, fold forward, top of the mat. Relax here. And you'll curl the spine up to standing. This time we'll just leave our arms down by our sides. Have the palms face forward. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. Now we'll do a little bit of balance transitioning to open hips. Shift weight into your left foot. Start to peel your right leg up. So you're in a single leg Tadasana. This is really great for that low back, to feel a neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Now we're going to swing this right leg back and open up for our warrior two. So your feet get into a long line. Left toes face forward. Right foot is parallel with the back of the mat. And then bend into that left knee. Add a little pulse. Feel your inner thigh engage. 2. And then stay as deep as you can in your legs. So we're gonna feel that stability through our lower half and then freedom through the upper as we reach that left arm for reverse warrior. Inhale and exhale, switch left forearm down, reach right arm up and over, feeling that openness on the opposite side of our torso. And then we're gonna move right into triangle. So right hand reaches up to the sky, straighten your left leg and drop your left hand to either the shin. You can either go above or below the knee, just not right on the kneecap. And then breathe into that left inner thigh, should feel really nice. Good, now start to lift your chest a little bit. And we're gonna keep our legs the same, come up and work on our core. So left arm is gonna reach, you're gonna reach both arms up, biceps by the ears, and then lower. So you're leaning forward, feeling that right side of the core engage. Now reach the arms back up, framing your ears, and then turn towards your straight leg. Reach to the top of your mat, and then open back up to the side. We'll do that 2 more times. Turn and open. Last one, we'll turn and open, come all the way up to standing. Release the arms, try to take one big step to the top of your mat. Come back into tall standing, palms facing forward, and just notice the difference between your right side and your left side. You can feel those subtle differences from your stretches. But I won't leave you like that, so let's switch to the other side. Shift weight into your right leg. Peel your left leg up. You can check in with your hip points. We're working on those deep abdominal muscles and also the left hip flexor, strengthening. We'll breathe in. On the exhale, try to swing that left leg back, opening up to warrior 2 on the other side. Reach the arms. And then just add a little pulse in this front leg. Pulsing helps our muscles engage and helps us know how deep we need to go and how deep we can hold. So find that edge for you. Keep that stability. Exhale, reach the right arm up. And breathe through the right side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm down. Scoop the right hip underneath you and reach the left arm up. Now, if at any point you feel wobbly or you feel like you're a little too long with your stance, you can pull that back foot in. You can adjust as needed because you want to feel stable in order to feel strong and open. Inhale. Exhale, move right into your triangle. So straighten the right leg. Reach the left arm up. Maybe you can look up if you have your balance. If not, you can always look forward or even down. if it feels better for your neck. Breathe into your right inner thigh. Then lift your chest just a little so you're still leaning forward. And then we'll lift both arms up, biceps by the ears, lower back down. Inhale, lift. So you're hinging forward still. And now we're strengthening that left side of your abdominals. And then reach your arms back up, hold them there. We'll turn to the top of the mat. So you're gonna frame that right leg and then open back up. Exhale, turn. Inhale, open. And exhale, turn. And then inhale, open. This time, turn all 10 toes to the side of your mat. I'm just gonna switch directions so I can see you. We're in a wide split. You can bring hands to the low back, open your chest, look up, draw the tailbone down, the hips forward. And then exhale, bow from here. Relax. We'll take at least 5 deep breaths here. It feels good to bend the knees. You could even add some side lunges. Or even just grab onto the ankles to fold in deeper. I like a little bend in the knees, so I'm not hyperextending. Very nice. Long spine, we're gonna lengthen all the way up to standing. Turn the heels in, do a couple spinal twists from our squat position. So hands right above the knees. You'll drop your right shoulder in, twist through the spine, gaze up. And come back to center. Switch sides, 2 breaths. So I come back to center. Come into your squat, so you'll just lift the chest. We call this horse pose. So this is a really nice one to feel that strength in the legs and in the core and the pelvis. And then just breathe deep through the belly, the chest, the throat. So one more breath. And then feel that release as you straighten. Big turn to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Take your time and forward fold. We'll eventually come down to the mat. And we're gonna go right into butterfly pose. So feet together, knees wide. Take some time to feel your sit bones underneath you, to lengthen the spine. And then you can start to hinge forward from that place. You might be able to press the elbows down into the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly come up. Now you're going to try to straighten both of your legs out in a seated position. You might have to come up to the side of your mat for room. Again, we want to work on that length Try to keep all 10 of your toes facing up. And then you might be able to lean forward if you can keep that length. If not, if it feels really tight up here and you just need to work on length with hands behind you, then that's perfectly fine too. Okay. Good. So if hands are behind you, I just want you to open the chest, maybe look up. Take one more breath in and breath out. Now you can grab behind the knees and pull yourself back to center on your mat. We're going to keep the left leg straight and bring the right foot over the left knee for spinal twist. Bring right hand behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, try to hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and twist the pelvis, or twist the spine, excuse me, from this elongated place. So in this pose, we're stable and grounded through our sit bones, lengthening through the spine. And twists are such a great way to reset. Take one more breath. And we'll release this side, switch the legs out. Try your best to plant that left foot down. Bring the left hand behind you. Sit tall in your spine, reach right arm. Exhale, twist. One more breath. Good. Release this side, and we'll roll all the way down to the back. Maybe you can go nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. And keep your knees bent, your feet flat, and just feel yourself land. Maybe a big sigh. And then we'll work on some pelvic curls into our bridge. So start by just tilting the pelvis, pressing the low back down into the mat. And then turn that pelvic tilt into a bridge by rolling all the way up the spine. Hit all your vertebrae. And then hold at the top, press your arms down to open the chest. Now our stability here, you can feel it in the back of your head pressing down. You can feel it in your shoulders pressing down, the arms and the feet. And then we're creating freedom through our hips, our belly, our thighs. Exhale, curl and round back down. Maybe do a little windshield wiper across the sacrum, because we're gonna do 2 more sets. So give yourself a chance to reset. Come back to center, deep breath in. Exhale, press the low back down first. Curl up the spine to the top. Now maybe you can interlace your fingertips this time. Roll the shoulders back for more heart opening. And your glutes is active, but Not squeezing, just active to help lift the hips and drop the tailbone. And imagine you're squeezing a ball between your knees for your inner thighs. Nice job. Release the shoulders, release the arms, curl the back down. Little windshield wiper side to side with the knees. Good. Okay, we have one more set. Bridge pose, pelvic tilt. Curl and roll up. A fun option here, if you want to work on a single leg, you can lift the right leg up to either a tabletop or straight leg. Again, feeling the left glute engage. And then switch sides. Just an option. Good. And then roll down when you're ready. We'll hug the right knee up and into the chest. You can keep the left foot where it is. Big squeeze. Maybe open and close the knee a couple times. And then with this right leg, think of pigeon pose. So you're going to use both of your hands and pull your shin in and across the chest. You could also do figure 4 stretch if that feels better here. Good. Now straighten that right leg for hamstring. Roll out your ankle. Option to lift head and shoulders. Good. Now release the right leg down. Hug your left knee in, big squeeze. Open and close the hip and the knee. Pigeon, use both of your arms, pull the left shin in. Or do figure 4 if you did so on the other side. And straighten the left leg up to the ceiling, roll out the ankle. Option to lift head and shoulders. Very nice. Release that side. Windshield wiper, knees side to side. If there's any other poses that you need for your body to feel complete, you can add those in, maybe plow pose. Or you could just lift both legs up, help them drain out any lactic acid or help them recover from the long weekend. And then let's take a few minutes to fully relax. You can lay down flat on your back. Let the toes fall out to the sides. And allow your breath to be natural. And come back to our intention for today's class. which was to feel deep-rooted stability and open-hearted freedom at the same time. And this feeling allows us to be present, to feel strong, yet open and free at the same time. And really, this class is just an invitation to come back into your body, into your routine, into your values and what matters most. You can take these last few minutes to reflect on that. And just notice your thoughts. Notice what comes up without getting attached. And at the bottom of your next exhale, slowly sip the air in, hold at the top of your breath, feel that fullness. Slowly start to release and feel emptiness at the bottom. Do that a few more times. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, maybe roll out the ankles and the wrists. Take a full body stretch, reach the arms, the legs. And then you can slowly come up whenever you're ready.